holiday season, and most of you haven't even started your shopping. Even I, who am usually done by December 1st, got off to a bit of a late start. But now that I'm done, I can give you a few pointers. Step 1 I stole from the big man himself, Santa Claus. Make a list and check it twice. But I am not a judgmental person. I don't care if you're good or bad. But I do decide who gets a present or not. This year, I had a whopping 15 people. My mom, my dad, my sister, my 2 nephews, my brother-in-law, my sister's 3 stepkids, plus Matt, Danny, Nick, Marche, the mysterious Mr. X, and something for Toys for Tots. The next few steps determine the order in which you get the presents. Step 2, ask yourself if anyone on your gift giving list is Jewish. Because Hanukkah and Christmas don't always line up. In the year I'm recording this, 2022, Hanukkah starts on December 18th and ends on the 26th. This year, this step is kind of a moot point since none of my Jewish friends got me anything last year and they all forgot my birthday. In years like this, you can probably get away with dropping the present off any day of the week as long as it isn't Friday night. Conversely, on a year when it starts on or after Christmas, you could hit one of those after Christmas sales and get them something and drop it off as late as January 2nd. And, no, just for the record, I absolutely never did this back when I had a track record for dating agnostic-leaning Jewish women. Step 3. Organize the people into 4 categories. This can take a little time, but it helps you keep organized and on track, so it saves time in the long run. Group A are people you don't know that well, and you don't want to get them anything, but you do so out of some sort of misguided social obligation. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever co-worker's name you pull out of Secret Santa. That guy who mows your lawn without being asked because you're too lazy to do it. Or your sister. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, these are the people where you say, to hell with it, I'm getting them a gift card and calling it a day. Group B are people who don't tell you what they want, but you have a good idea what to get them because they're that easy to shop for. In my case, that was my 2 nephews, Danny, Matt, the mysterious Mr. X, Marche, and Nick. I'm not sure I can really count Nick because I actually got him that present last year, only because my parents had a potential COVID scare, I had to cancel my Christmas party, and then stuff happened on his end, and then things happened on my end, and the present just sat there, and by August, I was thinking, I'll just send it to him next year. He'll never know. Group C are people who actually make Christmas wish lists. Oh boy, does that make things so much easier. Unfortunately for me, that's population 1. Okay, 2 if you count Toys for Tots. You see, I often see this Marine Corps reservist / recruiter when I'm on the bus. I asked him what to get. He said they never get enough toys, but the group that is the most shortchanged are the 13 to 17-year-olds. So every year I get them the same thing. One, if not two, Dungeons and Dragons starter sets. Group D is my least favorite. The impossible people. As the name implies, they are impossible. But I've adapted a technique from the big guy. I hire a network of spies to gather intel on my targets. That way I can know exactly what they need. Only this year I didn't even have to pay my operatives. It was more of a good old-fashioned information exchange. Now that I've described my shopping process, we can get to the part of the holidays that I actually hate: wrapping presents. There are two ways to handle the gift card crowd. You can't go wrong with the good old slip it in a card and forget about it routine. It's a little uncreative, but it gets the job done. Then there's the Jess way, where you buy an used book or an old DVD, you open it up, and you stick it inside. This sort of backfired on my sister once. She sold her copy of Argo at a yard sale, not realizing that I had hid a $25 Target card inside. Assuming the kid is a little older, say about 12 or so, you can stick their present in a gift bag. Don't do this for a little kid who's excited about the holidays. They'll just peek inside right away. Another thing you can do is buy some of those pre-arranged cardboard boxes, stick it in there, tape it shut. Sure, people will think it's closed or something, but you can put anything in there. But a kitten is probably not a good idea. As for classic wrapping, I am not the person to ask. I'm going to turn production of this video over to Matt and try to follow along.
Hi, thanks, Jess. Jess has asked me to show you how to wrap presents, because let's face it, when it comes to wrapping gifts, he's about as good at it as he is at driving. But, to be honest with you, I'm not that much better. That is why I've asked my sister to show you how it's done instead.
Wait. The side with the pictures on it goes on the outside? I thought the picture was supposed to be a surprise for when they tore the paper. Now I look like an idiot. Then she folds the paper around the package? The instructions I have say melt the butter. Wait, why is she cutting the paper? Why do I have two big bowls? One with 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of baking soda. And another with a cup of milk and 4 eggs. That doesn't seem right at all. I'll mix them together so that I have only one bowl to clean up later. She's folding the paper and putting tape on it? Because my cue cards say, grease the waffle iron and begin to preheat. Wait, you can put a bow on it if you want? What? Because my instructions say take the unholy mixture you just made and put them in the waffle iron and serve when they're golden brown instead of messy slop. And she completely skipped this step here. Jess, don't get the cue cards for wrapping Christmas presents and Cooking with Jess 2 mixed up. And when you're finished, it looks like this.
Not exactly. More like this.
That's all we have time for. See you soon. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment, and if you want to see this channel grow, visit patreon.com/ParityErrorFilms to become a patron today.